Hey, what's up everyone? You're here with Goran from Pick Dawgz, and you are here for your free picks from Bundesliga on Saturday, April 8th. We got 6 games scheduled in Bundesliga on Saturday, guys, and it's gonna be quite an interesting day because we have 4 teams from the top 4 in Bundesliga facing off amongst each other, and then we have teams fighting for that Champions League spot as well, and a few teams fighting for their lives in Bundesliga as well. So get your free picks from Bundesliga here, and of course, if you want more free picks, go to the Pickdawgz YouTube channel and check out the rest of the free picks we have up there. You have different playlists you can check, and of course, if you want more soccer picks, you can find them on the soccer playlist. Let's get this show on the road, guys. The first game we have is between Augsburg and Köln, 2 teams that have been struggling quite a lot as of late. Augsburg hasn't won any of their last 3 games in Bundesliga. However, at home they have been quite consistent as of late, and the best games they had were at home. And I honestly think that they have a decent chance of getting the win here. Cole, on the other side, is actually without a win in their last 7 games. They have won only 1 game on the road so far, alongside 6 draws and 6 losses. And the team that used to pride itself on being a strong defensive team is no longer that, and they are sinking deeper and deeper in the standings. However, I do believe they have enough points already this season so that they don't have to worry about getting relegated. Augsburg is in 12th place, Cole is in 13th place. Both sides are missing a few players, especially Augsburg, who has a couple of suspended players because of the yellow and red cards, and because of the injuries as well. But so does Cole, and because Augsburg has been solid at home, I do think they will get a goal here, at least one, if not more. But then again, I don't think they can defend even against Cole. So I'm going with both teams to score in this one, minus 141. I think we might see the over 2.5 as well, but I'm gonna stick to just both teams to score at minus 141. In the next matchup, guys, we have Borussia Dortmund against Union Berlin, and this is one of those big games I was talking about between the 2 teams in the top 4. Borussia Dortmund is on a bad spell right now over the last few days. First, they lost to Bayern Munich 4-2. That game was over before it even started. And then again, they lost to Leipzig in the DFB Pokal semifinals, actually quarterfinals earlier this week. They got shut out in that one, and now they have to face Union Berlin, the team that's still fighting for the title, the team that's 2 points below Borussia Dortmund in the standings, and the team that has been, not gonna say punching above their weight this season, but the team that nobody expected to be this high in the table, especially this late in the season. Yet they have been beating the odds constantly this season, and I think this might be one of those games where we might take a look at the big underdog that is Union Berlin here on the road. Borussia Dortmund once again is pulling a Borussia Dortmund, and just when we thought they had a grip on their season, they had a grip on their form, consistency, they fell without a fired shot on Leipzig's goals, and they were struggling against Bayern Munich quite a lot. Simply, this is not the team that we are used to seeing this year, and I hope they have it in them to snap this losing streak and to get back on the winning track. I would definitely love for either of these 2 teams to get a win here, to get closer to Bayern Munich, potentially win a title. I do believe that Borussia Dortmund has a bigger chance of getting the win here. They have more quality and more depth, and as we can see, so do the books, because Borussia Dortmund is minus 180 favorites. But then again, Union Berlin, like I said, has been doing things that nobody expected them to do this season, and I think they could definitely be a threat here. So I'm going to go with over 2.5 goals in this one, minus 124. With the defense Borussia Dortmund has, if you want plus money, and both teams to score as well, because Union Berlin has been outstanding against the favorites, and they could definitely get a positive result out of this game. So I'm going with over 2.5 goals, but like I said, if you want plus money, take both teams to score as well. In the next matchup, guys, we have Freiburg hosting Bayern Munich, and this is the second time in the same week that these 2 sides are meeting. Freiburg knocked out Bayern out of the DFB Pokal earlier this week. They have won that game 2-1 with a penalty like 95th minute, which knocked Bayern out of that competition. But that also might be a good thing for Bayern because they can now focus on the Champions League next week and they can focus more on Bundesliga. Bayern Munich recently got a new coach, Thomas Tuchel, who is definitely one of the best coaches out there. But it's going to take another week or so for him to get a grip on the team and to implement some of his ideas. And as we can see, Freiburg definitely has the right recipe of beating Bayern Munich. Freiburg at home so far this season, only 1 loss, 8 wins and 4 draws. And I think that they definitely will try to do something in this game. But I honestly think that Bayern will take this game a lot more seriously than they took the DFB Pokal. Now, the problem for Bayern is that I see Lucas Hernandez is injured. Upamecano is injured as well. Those are 2 of their starting defenders. Choupo-Moting is injured as well, who is one and only true striker that Bayern has. But then again, in situations like this, players like Gnabry, Sane, and Thomas Müller tend to step up, and even Jamal Musiala, who is one of the youngest players in Bundesliga, tend to step up. And I think this is going to be a fun game where Bayern will try to put it to bed as soon as possible. So I'm going with over 3.5 goals in this one, plus 128. The matches between these 2 teams are always eventful, always quite entertaining, and we always see a lot of chances in goals. So I was thinking about adding both teams to score as well, but I think just over 2.5 goals at plus 128 is a bit of a safer approach to this game. In the next matchup, guys, we have Mainz hosting Werder Bremen, and once again we have 2 teams on quite the opposite sides of form. Mainz hasn't lost any of their last 7 games. They have been outstanding over the last month and a half or so. They have been scoring goals, they have been keeping clean sheet, they have destroyed Leipzig on the road 3-0 last week, and they will certainly want to continue that run against Werder Bremen here, which is quite possible because Werder has won only 1 of their last 6 games, but one thing that they have been doing consistently is scoring goals. Bremen hasn't won any of their last 4 games. They have been conceding on average 2.5 goals during that streak. And it's going to be very hard to keep a clean sheet here against Mainz. I don't think it's possible for Werder to do that. So I'm going to go with both teams to score at over 2.5, plus 104. I think a different angle might be Mainz to win and both teams to score as well. That should pay up for nice high plus money if that's something you wish. But I'm personally going with both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. And another big matchup we have, guys, is between Bayer Leverkusen and Eintracht Frankfurt. Eintracht Frankfurt was playing against Union Berlin in the DFB Pokal earlier this week at home, and they have won that game 2-0. Not only they ended their streak without a win, which was quite long, they also kept a clean sheet against one of the most consistent teams in the league. Now, I get it, that was a different competition, and it's not going to be as easy in this game as it might have been in that one, but Bayer Leverkusen is far from a solid defensive team. They make a lot of mistakes on the defensive end, and when they're put against the team that has enough offense to punish them, they will get punished. So I do like goals a lot in this one. The home team has had a lot of advantages here, and the away team hasn't gotten a single positive result in the last 12 or 13 games in this matchup. So that could easily change here, of course, because I think that win in the DFB Pokal will be a nice boost for Eintracht Frankfurt. However, Leverkusen is on a 6-game winning streak right now, and they are scoring a lot of goals. So the way to go here, guys, is with goals, and I'm going to go with both teams to score at over 2.5, minus 110, an outstanding price on 2 great offensive teams, and yet again 2 teams that are far from being solid on the defensive end. So I do expect a great and entertaining game with a lot of chances and goals. And the final pick of the day in Bundesliga is between Hertha Berlin and Leipzig. Hertha Berlin is fighting for their lives in Bundesliga. They are very close to the bottom of the table in that 16th place with 22 points, which is above the relegation zone if I'm not mistaken. However, they have been far from consistent this season, and they are now facing a team that seems to be kind of woken up and that had a great performance against Borussia Dortmund in the DFB Pokal earlier this week. Now, with Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund out of the DFB Pokal, But Leipzig is once again the biggest favorite to win it, and this is the title they have won last season. They would certainly love to do it again, and like I said, they are definitely the biggest favorites, but they will need to stay consistent from now on. Leipzig is still fighting for the Champions League spot, and they are getting Nkunku back for this game, which will certainly be a huge boost for them. But they will need to be careful because if Hertha Berlin is going to do something, it's going to be at home. Now, Hertha hasn't won any of their last 5 games against Leipzig, and I honestly don't think they can win this one, so I'm going to go with Leipzig to win and over 1.5 goals. Minus 118, I think this is a price we have to take advantage of. We don't have to push it into over 2.5 to get close to the even money. But if you want to do that, I wouldn't blame you. That's something I was looking into, but I eventually settled with Leipzig to win at over 1.5 goals, simply because I'm not counting on Hertha Berlin getting a goal here. And I wouldn't be surprised if Leipzig scores 2 and then just keep the foot out of the pedal. And just to finish this game strong and get another win. So Leipzig to win and over 1.5 goals. That's it, everyone. Thank you for joining me here once again. These were free picks from Bundesliga on Saturday. If you want more free picks, go to the Pickdawgz YouTube channel and see what we have up there. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys soon. More free winners.